code space dot enter. In this class object folder, create a file class1.js. Class object. Now under the class object folder, we created a file class1.js. Come inside. First, we'll see how to create a class, how to run the class, how to create the object of the class, how to write function inside the class. After getting basic idea, we'll make a small note. So class, whenever you are creating, it will start with a keyword called class. Class and class name, you can give anything. Start with the uppercase. Suppose test I given. Open and close. Class name. Your curly bracket open, curly bracket is closed. Next, after that, inside the class, you have to write the function. Okay. Like suppose, let me change the class name as a user. Then we can write a class called function called about. It will not start with the function keyword. Directly you can write the name of the class as a about. Okay, under this function, console.log, about user, now come down below, write another function, contact of the user, a separate function, console.log, user contact, one more function, service, console.log, about services. So three function you wrote. One function is called user. Second function is not user. Class name is user. function name is about contact and service. Okay, hope written. Now, if you call the service function, contact function, about function, it will give you very good error. It will say you cannot access directly. Suppose contact function, I will call here, it will say it's undefined. Contact function will say as a undefined. Let's come to the CMD and try it from here. Check once what is saying. Node space, your file name is class 1. See, contact is not defined. Contact is not defined. Correct. So how to access that function? Because contact function is a part of the class. Which class? User class. So without taking the permission from user class, you cannot touch their assets. About contact service, it is the assets of which class? User class. So we have to take a permission from user class, then only you can access their assets, else it will not allow you. So let's go now here. How to access that? First, you have to create an object of the class. So const object1 equal to new, and then name of the class. What is the class name? Class name is called user. Object1 equal to new and then user. Now object1 will hold a copy of your class. Okay. So indirectly, you are going to access the content of the class only, but not directly from where? From the user class, from the object. Go there. New is the keyword, using that we create an object. Now right here call object, it used for the memory allocation. Object one dot, you can call the function. As soon as you press object one, suggestion will come. Object one dot about, we can call object one dot object one dot contact, we can call object one dot service, we can call. Save it and check once. It should work. Hmm. Type delete कर दे manually, लिख दे, delete that and write manually. Okay. Right. About user, contact users, service of the user. All three functions are calling. So without object creation, it was not able to go on. Okay. Let's go next. So this is the function I have written. Now we required variable. We required some variable that can take the value from user or that can bring the value from somewhere. And based on that variable, your function will work. Okay. Based on that variable, your function will work. So what we will do for that? Go here and write another function called constructor. Constructor. Inside the constructor is a predefined function of your JavaScript class. It is called as a life cycle function. Constructor called as a life cycle function. Okay. When it will execute, you are not going to call the constructor manually. Constructor will get execute automatically once we create the object of the class and once we call this file. Once you call this file, the object creation will happen. It will call the function. Before calling the function, object creation will happen. As soon as object creation will happen, the class will call. Once class will call, first execution will happen to the constructor itself automatically without calling. When the constructor execute first, we will add here this dot name of the user equal to Ganesh. Then this dot mobile of the user, this dot services service list as a array. Website design. Software testing. Something. Suppose three service I added. Hope written. Now come down. Under the about, write there console.log. Full name. this dot name. This dot mobile. This dot service list. Dot map. Name of the service. Index of the service. Index comma. Okay, hope ready. Come now, run the page. See. About user, full name particular, mobile number particular, services, these all are the services. Math. Show me the laptop. Go in your code. Go in the beginning. Class name is test. It should be user. Class name is user. Okay, so hope working. Now in this, what we saw? We saw how to create a class. That class start, class end. how to write a constructor open close. Inside, how to create the single variable, how to create a array. After that, whichever the variable we created under the constructor, how to call that. You can see here, the name is defined under the constructor, but you are calling under the about. Mobile is defined under the constructor, but you are calling under the contact. Service list is defined under the constructor, but you are running the loop inside the services. Okay, so that is called as a member variable. The variable you have created inside the constructor using this operator, that is called as a member variable. Okay, and whichever the function we have written, predefined function is called life cycle function. Constructor becomes a life cycle function of JavaScript. Oops. Now user defined function called about, contact, and service, those all are called user defined functions. So whichever the function is created by us, that functions called as a member function. Function whichever is created by us, that is called as a member function. Okay, and the variable whichever is created by us under the constructor, that is called as a member variable. Okay, so inside the class you are going to use always member variable and member function. There will be variable will be there and function will be there. Okay, some variable will be local variable, some variable will be global variable. So the variable you have written inside the constructor, this dot name mobile and service list, this is called as a global variable. We have used here, we have created here, but we are using under the contact, we are using under about, we are using under the service. In fact, name mobile service we can access outside also, out of the class also we can access. Okay, so this becomes a fully global variable. Okay, fully global variable that you can access inside the class anywhere, as well as you can access out of the class also anywhere. Okay? Now we need to write few lines. What is the class, what is the constructor, what is this, what is the object, correct? After, what is a member variable, what is a member function. After getting idea on that, we can write the next example. That next example will help us to deal with the HTML. This is one simple example, directly JavaScript code to understand yes what it is that and how it is working. Right, okay, go here, write a comment now. Okay, you can write a comment now. One person has called. We can check with him. We need to check with him. Okay, next after that, write their class. What is that? It is collections of member variables and member methods. Member variable and member methods. Okay. It is a collection of member variable and member methods. Method is what? It's called as a function. Member method is nothing but the functions. Function you can call by two names. One is called by function, another one is called by methods. Next, go after that, right inside. You can use here another one that is called member variable. Member variable. Member variable. What is that? All the variables defined inside constructor using this operator. Okay. Next, after that, member method. All the functions, all the functions, all the user defined functions, better. User defined functions, all the user defined functions of a class is called member method. After that, next, member variable you wrote, member method you wrote. Next, after that, constructor. It is life cycle method of JavaScript. Oops. It used to define variables, to define member variables. Of a class. It execute automatically. It execute automatically once object get created. Object, what is that? It is instance of a class. This is the internet definition. Object meaning is what? You can write object meaning was instance of a class. Write it. I will come in 2 minutes. Those people are sitting idle. I will guide them to their work. Wait for some time. You can sit in that room. Your room is the right side. I will come. Okay, so this we have written class, member variable, member method, constructor as well as object. Save it. After that, this file is working. It's giving you the data. So when you write the JavaScript code, it is not necessary that all the JavaScript programs or whichever the project you are going to work, it will be based on class only. Some framework in the market is based on class. Some framework in the market is based on, you can say, function. Okay, like suppose if you go for Angular, Angular is fully based on class. But once you come to the React, it is based on class as well as function. Using function also we can develop the project. Using class also we can develop the project. When you come to jQuery, we have to write the function everywhere. When we come to the core JavaScript, we have to write function everywhere. Okay, so we need to have a knowledge on mix of both. Okay, we should have both the knowledge. Now we will come to the another file, class2.html and class2.js. Class2.html, class2.js. Okay. So first we'll come to the class2.html file. HTML will start here. We can follow the head. Under the head, we can open the script. And under the script, we can call src equal to class2.js file. Class2.js file. Next, after that, come to the body. Now, function will be written in a separate JavaScript file that is based on class. And HTML will be the separate file. So input output will happen in HTML and the processing part will happen in JavaScript. Okay, as a separate, this is called SCRI. This is called as a external JavaScript. JavaScript file is complete separate. Okay. Follow the body here inside write h1 JavaScript class object. Come down below, follow a button user list book list, item list. A division id equal to container. Okay, hope ready. So container where we are going to display the data. Data will come from the class2.js file right here. On click. Object 2 dot get user. Get book. Get item. Hope ready. Now come to the class2.js file. We have to create there a class, and for that class we will create the object. Object name will be obj2. Object name will be obj2. So come to the class2. Hope for everyone HTML is ready. In class2 file, write a class my data. We can come down, export default, not export default, constant object2 equal to new my data. Object2 equal to my data. Next, after that, first follow the constructor where you will store some data. We have book, user, and item. Create three. This dot book equal to a array this dot user. What we have? User, book, and item. This dot book ready. Now keep inside some contents HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Angular, React. User, some name you can write. This is Ganesh, Mohit, Alex, Suman. Item apple, mango, banana, orange, grapes. Okay, book ready. Now, what are the functions we are calling here? Get user, get book, get item. So we can go here, we can write a function call get user. Get user function will have a variable called data equal to h2, that is called user list. Close the h2. this dot book dot map. Name of the book, index of the book. Data plus equal to p tag we open, index plus dot plus name. Now at last document dot get element by id container dot inner html that data variable. Save the file, run the HTML page, click on first button, get user. But there is a problem. Under the get user, you are reading data from book array. It should be this dot user. This dot user should read the data from where? User array. Get user should read the data from user array. Working?
Sir, can you go to class HTML file once?
Complete this code, JS file, then I will go to the HTML. Let's run the HTML file. Class2.js. Class2.js will call internally. Class2.html in it run. Users are coming. HTML file is here. HTML code sequence. Let me know working not working. Keep here. Start both the server. Okay, hope your page is running. Anyone have error? Now same way we need to write the next one. That is called get book. Get book. Book list. Book.map. Will give you total book list. Open JSON server. Running. Where it is running? It is not running. Open the JSON server. Delete all data from that file. Data.json file. You have a file data.json. Open them. Delete that vendor and all. No. Other things. How you started the JSON server? So many ones. No. It is running no, properly. It says error encountered. Address already in the. Okay, run again. Compile again from here. Yes. These are pair of equivalents. What you wrote is so me right. JSON server watch data.json port number 1234. Anything is running on port number 1234. Open your React page. Okay, the server is running on port number 1234. Close other CMD. Close this also. This is which one? One is npm stack. I will give you the folder. You can install that. And my solution. Now I cannot spend much time. So I'm not sure what is there. I need time to see the error, right? Time is required to see the error. So better you can come tomorrow. What time? Afternoon, 4 to 5. I will be free. Tomorrow or Sunday. Then I can spend much time. I can find your error. So, something error will be there. You need to see there is a problem in your class also. You need to write instead of class, class name. For login purpose. Local. Now you cannot ask, no? See, the people are 19 people are there. Not tomorrow. Sunday. You can call me before them. Randomly, you cannot come in between because. Okay. User list and book list both should work, right? Next, after that, what we have? We have next called item list. Right here called get item. Get item. We can write here item list. Item.map. See, the person came. He was coming from the class here, physical class, with his friend. Okay. Now you people are listening. I am speaking. Okay. But they were not able to listen a single line also. In between, they will message here there. Okay. In between, they will start laughing. In between, they will start talking their real life word. I asked many times. See, now my time is dedicated for you. Okay. If you ask 10 times, I am ready to guide you. But once the time will finish, then I have to sit for someone else. That day again, he will come back. Okay. See, he came back. Okay. When project class will happen, this will happen for whom? For candidate only. Candidate must present. It is job of yours to do the project. But on behalf of you, I will do the project. I will show you. I will ask, okay, you write with me. Okay. I will log in 7 o'clock for the project class and they will log in tomorrow saying like yesterday I forgot. When opportunity came to your door, you are sleeping. Opportunity went to someone else's house. Now you go and look from the window. Where are you? Opportunity will, sorry, brother, I'm settled. Clear or not? They were irritating. I was thinking like, why I'm teaching to these people? It feel like they are coming here and blessing me. Okay. It was feeling like they both come here and bless me something. People, online people sit continuous in home, they will attend the class, they will never face a single line of error. You sit in the class, you never listen to me. I will ask start the server, you will start doing something, you will open the Facebook. What is this? Father money, no value. Once you earn 1 rupees from your side, then you will understand what is the pain to get 1 rupees from the market. Dedication is compulsory. Now see, all threes are coming. Let's go there. Now, what is the flow inside? Number one, you have a function. On function button click. You have a button on that. Click, you are calling the function. This function we used to call earlier also. But what is the difference of today function? Function is not independent function. Function is a part of this one. Call it a class. So that function you are not calling directly, even you can't call it directly, you have to call through their object only. We have one more method, through that also we can call. Okay, so through the object we are calling the function. Now when we call the function, what this function will do? Function is located under this class. Now when we go inside the class, okay, we can find we have three global array. Three global array is a member variable. You can access inside the class anywhere. You can access inside the class anywhere. After doing that, you have separate function. Get user, get book, get item. These all are called member methods, member function of your class. Okay, and the book user item is the member variable of your class. Now your member function will work with the member variable. Okay, member function is which one? Which function we have written? Member variable is what? Book, item, and user. Now your member function is going to process on member variables. After doing some process, it generates some output. After generating the output, directly from class file, we are sending to HTML here under the container. List of paragraph, whichever we have, we send directly to the container. Now, what will happen? If there will be requirement, yes, we should be able to add the new value also. We should be able to add the new value also. No problem, we can do the same. We can take the value from text box and on submit button click, we can push the value inside the array that is called item list or book list or book or user, whichever we have. Okay. So go there next. Check once, working or not working. See, there is a both opportunity. If you have many years gap, then also we have opportunity for job. If you have no year gap, then also opportunities for the job. If you have year gap, we'll send you as a experience. If you have no year gap, we'll send you as a fresher. But at last, who is going to perform? You are going to perform, correct? So knowledge, when knowledge distribution is happening, capture properly, store safely, right? Arrange properly, keep revising that. Tomorrow, once time will come, you look into your stack, according to need, take out the knowledge, produce to the market. You will become hero, correct or not? But when knowledge distribution is happening, you are not serious. Knowledge will become mismatch. You have a stored. It's not like you have not a stored. You have stored it, but sequence is mismatch. You are not able to understand who is where. It is there, but unable to arrange it properly. Now content is not arranged properly. Tomorrow you need to produce to the market. Once the matter will come to produce to the market, material is mismatch. While producing, you will get confused. What he asked, what I need to say. Result will come as a zero. Okay. So seriousness is a big matter. Let's go ahead. Now we will leave this file, or maybe in this file also we can try once. We can add the new element under the book, or maybe we can add the new element under the user. Okay. So let's go here under the HTML file. Under the HTML file, in the beginning only, write a enter username. Okay, we can write one function. We can write one function or try separate. Why to confuse? Enter full name, input type equal to input type equal to input type equal to text, ID equal to fname, keep a button here. Save. On click. Object 2 dot save user. Okay, hope ready. Check now what is the output. Something like this. We'll enter the value, click on save. Then we'll go to the user list. It should display inside the page. Okay, hope ready. Now we have to write a function called save user. Come to the class2.js file. In class2.js file, function called save user. You can use fat arrow method also here. That will also work. You have to take the value from the text box variable as a local variable. Full name equal to document dot get element by id, which id fname dot value dot trim, fname dot value dot trim. Trim for what purpose? Trim for what purpose? To remove the space of text boxes before value and after value. Okay, I will guide you what is that. Let's write it. Call the function this dot user dot unshift full name. After that, this dot get user. This is for what purpose? To reload the list. To reload the list. This is for what purpose? To add in beginning of array. Come down. Next, you have to clear the text box. document dot get element by id, which id, fname dot hello empty, clear text box. Okay, hope ready. Check now. Save user. Ajit Kumar I added. Save. Came here on the 0 position. Text box becomes clear as well. It will remove the space from the text box. How it will remove? You can see here. Suppose this is the text box. I enter here some spaces. I enter call ABC. Again a space. So a space was in the beginning also. A space was in the last also. Trim function will remove the space from beginning and it will remove the space from the last. It will take the actual value. Suppose, but if we say like this, ABC XYZ space. So between also there is a space. That space it will not remove. It will remove only a space of beginning and last. It will not remove the space before ABC. It will remove the space before a string and after a string, not between the string. That is the functionality of the one trim function. So you can say trim function used to remove the space from beginning of the string as well as last of the string. Okay, not between the string. Trim function remove the space from the beginning and from the last. Will add in the beginning of the array. Concept will add in the beginning of the array. Yes, it will add in the beginning of the array. Hello. What's the name? Okay. I will give your number to some other person. They will call you. It will remove the space from here, from beginning and last. Unshift function will add the new element in the beginning of the array. Shift function will remove the element from beginning of the array. Okay, ready? Data is getting added.
Hello.
Hello.
So what will happen if we don't functions?
If you don't,
The trim
what will happen if you not enter?
happen if we don't what you wrote first line.
Your voice has not reached till us. Tell me again. It has broken in between only. What will happen if you not add the which one? Trim line. It will take a space also. It will take a space, extra space, before a string, after a string. It will take the space before a string, after a string. How that will work? Let me show you. Now, if I go here and add a line if full name not equal to empty, then do this work. Full name not equal to empty, then do this work. Else, keep a alert invalid name. Invalid name. Okay, so what I added? I added if full name not empty, then only add it. Okay. If it is empty, then don't do anything. Give a message. See here, I remove the trim from here. Come to the browser. Now, if I not enter anything here, what is saying? Invalid. But if I enter something here, what it should work? It should work or not? As per your wish, it should add or not? It should add. No. What you want? Without a space, like without value, with only a space, it should add or not? Suppose I have not given any value now. So what do you want? Use it should add or not? When I click on save button, what should happen? It should add or not add? It should add. I'm asking, suppose if user has not entered anything here, you click here. You are saying, okay, is invalid. Now what will happen if user enter only white space? Is it the valid name? Look at here. When I click here, it is saying called added successfully. Why? Because user has entered only a space. A space is also a string only. Now how to protect from there? Apply a function here called trim function. Once I apply the trim function will remove the space from beginning and it will remove the space from the last. After removing the space from beginning and last, if user has not entered any value, what will be the output? Nothing will be the output. Let me go here and show you. Now, when I click here, it is saying is a invalid When I enter some space, click on save, then also it is saying as a invalid. When trim was not applied, now look at here. Enter something, click on save, is got added. In the beginning, is there a space anywhere? No. But here I have given how many space? Enter here, then I'll get this. Okay. Okay. Now let me save here. In beginning there was a 4 pi space. When the value came, it came with a space. No. Why? Because the trim function is doing their duty. Trim function has removed the space from beginning and it has removed the space from last. After that, it checked whether is there any value. Yes, then only add. If no value, then don't add. So that is the meaning of which function? Trim function. Hope you understand.
Sir, can you share the save user function in this chart?
Writing is the best practice for developer. I will share you this code. Hope working. Okay. I will forward you one photo in your WhatsApp that you have already done using the API. Now you need to do the same through the one photo came in the chat. One photo came in the chat. WhatsApp chat. One photo I sent in the chat. In this photo, it is made by one of you from your batch only. It was coming from the API. This data was coming from the API. Now this data should come from the class. You have to create a file, class 3.html and class 3.js. In class 3.html, there will be 4 blocks: book, user, company, and item. If you click on button, data should come down. How we are doing today? We have listed and displayed, right? Similar way, you need to use this, but it is bootstrap somewhere. You can follow the bootstrap. Okay, it is a double practice what we have done as of now. So So you have to create a class. Inside the class, there will be 4 array. Each array should have 10 elements. There will be 4 function. Each function button click you will call inside the HTML. In HTML, there will be 4 block. Each block will hold one type of data. Data will not come on load. Data will come on button click. Each block has a button, right? When you click on the button, then data should appear down. And that should come from where? Class file. Okay, that is a homework compulsory need to do. If you have done, once you do, it will be helpful for me, you, for everyone if you share the photo in group WhatsApp. Hope look like possible. Tomorrow morning we have bootstrap class as usual. Remember? We need to log in. 8 o'clock. Okay, thank you. Tomorrow 8 o'clock we will log in as usual for bootstrap class.